Okay, so the question from the client is, will the Hager 3938, 3938, will this latch bolt work with a old square spindle shaft, 1/4 inch? This Hager 3938, admittedly, it's interesting. A lot of clients buy this latch bolt, and they don't have Hager locks. They have used this successfully, from what I gather, or I should say, from my lack of having it reported back that it didn't work. Using this in lots of things, and I would guess lots of things are going to really mean today electronic combination locks, residential combination locks that people are installing onto doors that require a 5-inch backset. Where does the 5-inch backset come into play? Well, 2 areas. First, the one that's appropriate here is mid-20th century residential architecture. Doors are drilled at 5-inch backsets. Bigger backsets, 12-inch. I've seen them at 18-inch. It's funny backsets. And then what's weird is you've got a 5-inch backset on the knob, and then you've got a 2 3/8 backset on the deadbolt, which doesn't look really nice, but very common. You'll find instances of that all the time. Well, the client wants to have a Bluetooth-enabled lock or wants to give a code out. You know, it's not 1961 anymore. People want convenience. I get it. And the manufacturer of that electronic combination lock does not offer 5-inch. People have bought these and said, well, you know, I've told them I'm not sure if it's going to work. It might. Let me know. And I just haven't heard back. So will this work with a old 1/4 inch square spindle? Well, it'll probably work, but the ID of the hub that's in here is 0.308. 0.308. So basically that's 5/16. 0.307. 5/16 is 0.3125. It's measuring about 0.308, so that's going to be 58 thousandths your spindle. If you measure with a caliper, if it's actually 1/4 inch, it's going to be about 50 thousandths smaller. That's probably going to be okay, but the downside is going to be when you turn the trim, probably a knob, that spindle will rotate. It will force the hub to move, but what will happen is it probably won't pull the latch bolt all the way back in. So you need to be quite mindful of that. Will it work? Yes. Will it work correctly? Possibly not. If you have a very tight margin between the edge of the door and the jamb, the door's not going to operate. So be mindful of that. You need to get full rotation on that. I suppose what you could do is get some small metal shims and get them applied. You know, if you were able to come up with extremely thin material, like 0.010 of an inch, you might shim that, you know, etc. The second instance, which doesn't apply to this case at all, is you will see 5-inch backsets, and we've all seen them, we just may not have realized it, in hospitals. So you walk up to a patient room door, and those patient room doors have their trim well set back away from the edge of the door, so that someone who has washed their hands and wearing gloves can go up and just hit it with an elbow and hit that push latch or hit the pull latch. The point of it is you need lots of room in order to get a lot of your arm to the door activating part of that lock set, so 5-inch backset. An interesting fact that I had note, just a kind of a story that a peer of mine in the industry, a door and hardware salesman, shared, is that there's a major basketball player who built a home in Orlando years ago, and all of his locks were at an increased backset because his hands are physically larger than mine and yours probably. So he did a job where all the locks were pushed back. Actually, it wasn't 5-inch, it was 3 3/4, which is another relatively common backset, which is common for those push and pull latches in hospitals, but just needed more room to get that to work. So will your latch work? Will your 1/4 inch key stock or spindle work? Yeah. Will it work correctly? It's worth a try, and go from there. Please do let us know how it turns out. Thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.